Good morning, fellas. A couple of things going on in the forum this morning. Last night I put up a link to a t-shirt that I put out for this Christmas. So I'm going to give the money to the charity in my town, St. Paul's charity. It's a Baptist church for the homeless kids, but it's only like $1 a shirt I'm making because the goddamn they charge for every goddamn letter you put up there. But anyway, my goal is to raise 50, and it's gonna be about $50. That way I don't have to come out of my own pocket, and I can do something good. Now, Captain wrote in, yeah, but just imagine when one of your women finds that T-shirt in your drawer. And I couldn't believe Captain said that. You should never fear a woman's response there, fellas. You should never cower like a dog or a whipped dog to women. On the ad for that T-shirt, I didn't even create an ad for it because I knew that some guys might have some fear in them. And if you notice on the right, when you go to the page for it, it says, let's fight the effects of feminism. And that's one of the effects of feminism. You're afraid to wear a certain kind of shirt. You're afraid to declare that you're a real man in front of women. Okay? Let's fight the effects of feminism and support the return of real men. Get your limited edition T-shirt supporting the Player Supreme show. I'm using a company called Teesprings, and no, you don't make any money off these T-shirts. Well, I could have. I took the price they automatically figured out. It's like $1.12 a shirt that you make profit, but it's interesting, and I never thought one of my guys would have fear of women, what women would say and think. But you should never fear that, fellas, ever. Okay? Remember how I lived my life. Do you think I would be afraid to wear a shirt that said bitches and hoes on it? Do you see me cowering, afraid of what one of my women would think? It all depends on how you run your life, how you run your game. If you come off weak, then you're going to be in fear. So my message is to reclaim your manhood, okay? Get rid of your fear. All right. SR9 is back. He says, I will not hoe chase. So he had one day of it, I guess, and he's now saying he will not hoe chase. He said, I've been thinking, and I figured that I am not going to hoe chase. After all, I can't take rejection, and it's hurting me a lot inside. My ego and my chakras get all fucked up when it happens. I'm not sure what you even know about the chakras there, Sardine, but that is a truth, though. Basically, your ego and your mind gets fucked up. You absorb the negativity. Some people don't know how to train themselves to dispel all the negativity and just act like it doesn't hurt. They don't realize, though, they are absorbing negative energy, and pretty soon they become pretty negative. That's why you have a whole slew of failures, the whole chasing, sarging thing coming out of the PUA community. That's why people end up on sites like PUA, you know what. Those are the ones that totally failed out and dropped out and they got totally negative, absorbed negativity, and all they can think of now is some homosexuality and negativity stuff. Okay? He writes, it really makes me feel bad inside when I have no women and when it doesn't work out for me. Now, he is on, I think, day 22 of no whacking off. I don't know why you guys create that word fapping, to take off the, I guess to take off the veneer of sitting there like a creep jacking yourself off. You're still jacking yourself off whether you use the word fapping or what. I don't care how you try to hide the activity. It's still your little creepy shit sitting there jacking yourself off instead of having a woman. And think of what that does to your subconscious mind what you're telling yourself on a lower level, that you cannot get a woman. And it just kind of cements that shit in. All right. But he's on 21 days, and he's going crazy. To SR9, I see you're going crazy, man. You're really wilding out now. You've had 3 posts. That desires is building. You're about to snap. Don't go back, because it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And then bam, you'll get better. Okay? You will get a female eventually. As I said in my last show to you, you will get a female. I get very bad thinking when a woman rejects me and kicks me out of their life. It's like I have no value. Okay, this sounds like more than just that, something else going on here, there, bro. I don't know what your family situation is. I know that one girl that you threw me on the bus under. She did reject you in the end. I think you have some unresolved issues over that stuff. But I don't want you to become a player, try to become a player. I want you to get a girlfriend, which is what you can do anyway. And you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to stay here. I already know what you're going to do. Sorry, 9. You're going to look up on the girl, okay, and you're going to just say, fuck it all, I got a girl. I can have some sex. That monkey on your back controls you. That need for sex, like it did me. All these rejections get me to me. Get me to me. You mean get to me after a while. So, there's no period there. Capital So, I have to do it the right way, and I will not hoe chase. Because I can't take rejection. It's bumming me out and burning me out. Some people can, some people can't. The guys who do better at PUA are the more better looking guys because they have higher self-esteem. The guys that are at the bottom in looks, the ones that do succeed at it, they have the ability to handle the rejection. But they know even at nighttime when they lay their head down, that rejection does add up. It does pile up on them. But the PUAs, they teach you to just let it roll off your back. It doesn't mean anything. Like in sales, though, each rejection brings you closer to a yes. Once you have your ratio down, let's say your ratio is 3 out of 100, you get the phone number, and out of those 3, you got to get 3 more to get 1 lay. So every 100 you get 3 digits. Let's say that's your ratio, 3 out of 100. Let's stick with that. And out of that 3, you get 1. So your lay ratio will be 1%, which is actually close to the truth for minorities. It's what did I say, 2 to 5%, 3 to 5%, somewhere in there. Depending on your looks. It still depends on your looks. If you're an average brother, 3 to 5%. If you're a better looking brother, it's higher, of course. If you're hunting white women. If you're really jacked and good looking, it goes a little bit higher. Okay? But no matter what race you are, if you're hunting a certain race outside of your own race, there's a percentage that you'll notice. When you do it enough times, you have enough lays, you'll see there's a percentage there. And you figure out what your percentage is. So, SR9, if yours is 1 out of 100, then you've got to get through all 99 of those close calls. Well, you're going on dates now, and you almost had it one time, but you blew it when you told the girl, yes, you will, or yes, you do. That's almost like that same guy that was on that Patty Stinger show, that Creepy Dave that I posted the video on, remember? He told the girl, you know, there was some weird dish he had ordered for her, and she said, I'm not eating that. He said, yes, you are. That's Creepy Dave stuff. And I didn't think you had Creepy Dave type energy in you, SR9. That kind of surprised when you told that girl that when she said, I don't kiss on the first date. You said, yes, you do. You see how that same energy, Creepy Dave? Yes, you are. Yes, you do. All right? That's your whatever is going on inside, you know, you're all blocked up now because you're not whacking off. This is coming out. And we got to learn to control this whole thing that's coming out of you. Okay, so you finish up saying, so I do it the right way. I will not hold chase because I can't take rejection. It's really bumming me out and burning me out. What you wanted to do was figure out a system to handle the rejection, which I don't have for you. I don't like it either. I'd rather go where I'm treated like a king than be a beggar. You know, I kind of look at Jovina's cat that she adopted. He begs to get in. He begs for treats. And I look at the way that the other cats, her brother has about 9 cats. I guess this one would have been the 10th. And the other cats, they ignore him because he's a beggar. They sit around all pompous, chewing up their dry food, and they glare at him. He's not accepted by the pack because he's a beggar. He mews for attention. And it reminds me of the desperation of the males that I deal with on the internet. They're over in women's faces mewing for attention, swishing around their feet. It's just not manly. But we got to learn how to handle your desperation there, SR9. You're really desperate right now. And we got to get a lid on it. You got to step outside yourself and recognize, okay? Like that quirk with your W-H-E-N instead of W-E-N-T. You got to learn to control that. That's a quirk. And you definitely don't want to have a girl see your writing. Number one, you don't want to write to a girl and use that word to keep misspelling, because that's going to sound like a quirk and it's going to scare her away. I don't know what your communication is like with girls online, but you know, all these quirks, we got to smooth them out and get rid of them, or at least hide them, so you can get the girl in your life. Then maybe she can help you with that shit. Okay, next, alpha behavioral patterns, chimps versus humans, and it looks like it's a video. Found a video on how alpha male patterns in chimps are very similar in humans. Commando, what does that have to do with us? It's National Geographic film, but what does it have to do with us on the forum? Also, if you notice that in animals, alpha males have a certain pheromones, a certain smell to them. Okay? So what does that do with people who are online looking for answers, who women aren't smelling? Let's not worry about this alpha male stuff, although I thank you for posting this. I'm sure this will make for some entertainment for a little while and a little bit of knowledge. But this actually doesn't help the guys on the forum who are not alpha males. But if you guys want to check out the video, knock yourself out. It's National Geographic Going Ape, the alpha male something or another. I'll probably watch it when I get some free time. I think what you're looking at is trying to adopt the alpha male behavior. I just got that. Teaching guys how to adopt the alpha male patterns. And I'm looking at a black dude standing kind of aggressively when he's looking at the other guys sitting at a table. Okay, the black dude sitting down is not an alpha male. He's got some femme energy in him. If you look at the way he's sitting, it's kind of feminine. His hand is like this. His back is straight up in the chair. Now, look at the guy, this white guy right beside him. He's actually leaning forward on one leg. That's more manly than the black dude sitting next to him. The black guy standing up, he's more manly than the black dude sitting down. His hands are like this, body language wise. He's kind of leaning a little bit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? The guy behind the black guy that's blurred out, he does not have masculine body language either. Neck forward, head turned to the side. The only one that I see that looks I'm just looking at the picture, is the guy that's leaning forward on the thigh, and there's also a big red button blocking his head, so I can't really see his whole body. All right, so maybe that might be a good for people to learn to see behaviors they can adopt. So my bad. All right, I believe that's the news of what's going on in the forum. I see people are responding to the recent posts. Sex Regret Study by Hand to Hand, he's made a comment. And everything's cool today. All right, fellas. Peace.